Hello. Welcome to today. I welcome you and I appreciate that you are here. Yes, I do. Let's tune in, cleanse and clear the energy. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that's about. Shielding the heart. Felt like that, right? Okay. Excelente. Let's do it. Let's check on in. The sun is wanting to shine. It kind of is. Yes, it is. Rainbows are here. What do we got? The love of animals. A 28. The rabbit and the owl are the most prominent. Look at this one. Can you see it? Can't tell. Yes, the love of animals. That's funny because I was just playing with the kitty. I was hiding on her and she would come up and then I'd jump out and she's so cute. But I had to let her out because she wants to play and she'll just be impatient at me. So, there you go. Something playful about playing with animals. This is your sign to do so. Spend time and engage with your furry friends. Birds as well could be a symbol carrying messages for you. This morning when I looked out my window, lying in bed, just waking up, I saw a raven fly by with something in its mouth. It had a treat. And it looked like it was bringing it home to share. I don't know. We don't know where it was going. Could have been taking it to a secret hideout where it was going to stash it for later. Okay, what do we got? We've got... Isn't this interesting? Sorry, contact. So you are going to be contacted through the animals in your life, perhaps. But yesterday's reading was this one. It was different, but it was the same. Totally different, but kind of the same. Okay, contact. This is about the contact with your inner source. The energy of contact allows you to know that all doors to your inner source will open when you surrender and, like water, go with the flow. Let your strength lead you and you will find your own way. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful strength. Yes, and non-resistant, right? The flow state, the going with the flowing, watery realms. Right, and the balance was the fire, because the triangle face up is the fire, the triangle face down is the water. And balance, fire and water came up yesterday. Get out. It's so crazy. I guess it's all relevant, right? Okay. Okay. So we'll ask the runes, otherwise known as the runes, to come out and support this here reading. Oh, beautiful. I was wondering, or I had a feeling when I put my bee earring on this morning, we just might see a bee today. And we did. Okay. Jetta. So this is the surrender and like water, go to the flow, go with the flow. Recognition, acknowledgement that you have done the work, your diligent, dedicated efforts will bear sweet fruit, right? The honeybee, it's about the harvest, it's about diligence, it's about work paying off, right? Let's read what it says in the book. Don't take my word for it. Fruition, balance, abundance, cycles and rhythms, and harmony. Beautiful. It speaks of yearly cycles of tilling, sowing, and reaping. It awaits the slow arrival of change with patience, planning, and hard work. It's a steady and joyous energy, and it calls you to pause for a moment and pay attention. Indicates a total and happy completion with the promise that your reward is coming. Boom, bada, bing. So that's kind of beautiful, right? That's kind of gorgeous, even. Yeah. Steady dedication builds much fruit, and the faith in the unseen, in the unknown, in the things working behind the scenes in your favor, right? Supported your action, supported your actions, supported by the universe. Gorgeous. Yes. Page of Wands, passionately moving. In your favor. And this is so in line with this like reoccurring recognition of under the surface growth and movement in the dark, in the unseen spaces, right? The structure, restructuring, and the necessity of that in order to have much above the surface success, right? But it starts internally. This is where that whole, your internal states or your external states reflecting your internal. You got to stabilize that internal frequency and then be patient as the slowest moving dimension catches up, right? Okay. What else you got for us here? Yeah, this owl here, it's looking right at me, is it? Oh no, it's looking over here. On the left side, the feminine. And the rabbit, it's kind of like, it's interesting because the figure is holding the rabbit and the owls are swooping around like they're hunting. And don't they eat rabbits? And so this balance between the hunter and the prey. I don't know. Tough to say. She's also holding it, kind of sheltering it. The owls can't really see it. There's always such a weird overlay with the prey and the prey, right? When I was in art school, I did a piece of that was an owl, and I had the word prey, but the A and the E, there was an A and an E together to kind of highlight that prey thing. Very interesting. I don't know what it means, but it's something. And this is part of listening to your internal, right? Your intuition. You don't necessarily need to know what it means or where it's going to go, or right when you feel that nudge to go left or take that or do this or don't do that. And you don't necessarily know why, but you have faith, you trust. You trust in what the messages that you are receiving. Okay, we got the justice. This is the balancing of the scales in your favor. I'm also this left. Oh, that's the balance. As above, so below, right? Hand up and hand down. But she's facing this hand up. So it's a rebalancing, a tipping in your favor. This is what's happening behind the scenes here, beneath the surface, as you intentionally create with your words and your thoughts. Wow. Wowza. Who's this? Oh, grounding the Five of Pentacles. The going in or staying out. The I am worthy versus I am not worthy. This is the balance. The rewriting. This is the restructuring. This is the realignment of what you say and what you think. You can say, I am worthy, but you can think you're not, right? And that is not, it's like a negative and a positive. Doesn't that cancel each other out? Whoa, we've got a King of Cups coming. What's this? King of Cups coming in like a tower. And to ground yourself when it happens, okay? So this could also be a heart-spaced action that causes a tower, okay? So whether it's your heart-based action or an external heart-based action causing a tower moment, okay? An upheaval, a tear down of the old ways so that the new can be born, right? Yes, and then this need to ground. It may be overwhelming. It may be a shock to all of your systems. And so you are being guided to breathe and to connect and to meditate. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, and it's around this worthiness. So you may feel like you're not worthy to receive this. whether you are taking action upon it or action is being taken upon you. And so meditate. And through this process, you should be able to feel what is yours. These could be old programs that are kind of intertwined in your tapestry. And through the quieting and balancing and connection, right? You are more able to see what is not yours. Maybe you can grab that thread and be like, I see you don't belong here, and you pull it out, right? And then burn it, right? Because it's no longer serving you. I don't know if it ever served you. Sometimes these things are put in place. I've had my mother tell me that she had to pop my balloon because it was floating off into the stratosphere, and she wanted to save me from bursting into flames or something like this. And this was kind of her response to, after I'd came to her with this this idea, and I had run into a agency when I was living in Edmonton, and they were just like, I think you got what it takes or whatever, right? Giving me the whole thing. And I got so jazzed about it. And, I was like, finally, somebody sees me or recognizes me, right? I think I was 20. And I came home to my mom and I needed $200. I needed, black and white photos with no makeup or something like that, and $200. And so I came to her and I was telling her, and I was so like, yes, like pumped and confident and all this stuff. And, I think I must have blocked out everything that she told me, everything that she was saying. But then I was in fetal position on my bed, bawling my eyes out. And then that's when she told me, about the balloon, and, she was kind of doing me a favor. And so we often are raised to be less than we are, right? And look at everything that's being pushed in commercials and movies and stuff like that. It's, you're not worthy, you're awful, all this stuff. I remember that movie. It's like Bad Moms or something like that. And it's got Mila Kunis or whatever. And she has like a bad day where she slept in or something like that. And everybody she interacts with that day tells her that she looks like haggard and run down. And she's freaking gorgeous, right? What does that do to every normal person watching that movie? It's like, oh, well, if they think she looks haggard, then what the hell am I, kind of thing, right? It's a push, it's a promotion, it's a subtle tearing down of the psyche, of confidence, of our strength. And it's bullshit, if you ask me. And so when we are confronted with things, even though we do all the work and we do all the meditating, we face every time we are standing out in the cold again, going, why am I here again? Go back in, go into the heart, right? But something like this, a heart-based action, it could trigger. And this could be the exact trigger that tears those old foundations out, right? It could be something that makes you truly believe that you are worthy to receive. Something like that. Okay. That was a long way of saying all the things, maybe. I just saw a kitty out there. Okay. So I'm getting rest and rejuvenate and release those old programs. Okay, this fell on the King of Cups. This fell on the heart-based action, and it's going with the justice as well, this rewriting. So as the structures are readjusting, rest, rejuvenation, stillness, and meditate. Get back into your heart space, right? That's the going in. When we're out in the cold, we're denying our heart, and so we're denying our center, who we really are. So this going within is to tend the warmth within, your light within. To be strong, fortified is the word that I am getting. Yes. Yeah. So here we've got the Four of Cups landing on this meditation. So when you do recognize yourself and your nervous system, right? Because there's also like this too good to be true. You can't trust that, right? Like I was raised to be suspect. If somebody gets you flowers, be suspicious because they're trying to make up for something that they did. Look at this magic. Okay, the magician on the bottom. This is your alchemy. To be able to recognize energies, frequencies, emotions that come up, that arise, that are not serving you, and to turn them into fuel that does serve you. That's what the magician does. Okay, and you need to do this by recognizing when those old, ugh, I'm not worthy feelings, or I'm not worthy feelings come about. Reconnect, recenter, look within, right? Take a hard look at yourself. Try and root out the core wound of that. All those times when you tried to be confident or to stand in your own and had everyone around you tell you otherwise, right? You're inaccessible to them when you are risen. And so there's motivation to keep you where they're at. And a lot of us, we're light and love generators. And so it's like, look at this. I can just stick you in a corner and steal your light and your love whenever I want. And I barely have to do anything in return, right? Yeah, those days are over. Those days are over. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay. Yes, that is complete. Thank you. Universe is supporting that. It's over. That time period was a necessary part, right? These people, this is why It's forgiveness, because everybody plays a role. It's all part of the divine plan. It's all part of your blueprint. It's all part of what was discussed, determined, and written to be. And if you're here, if you've come out ahead of it, if you've figured out how to alchemize, how to stay in your heart space, then more love and gratitude to everyone that played a role, because they helped you get there, right? And this is how we release and not hold. The minute that we are holding resentment or any of those types of energetic tethers, we're keeping them with us. We're holding, we're being held by through our own choosing, right? So release and forgive for you. And this is part of that, to be truly in acceptance and gratitude for you right here and now, is to be free from everything before. Something like that. You know what I'm saying. Okay. One more here. Anything else want to come up? That was okay. Okay. We just had a barrage here. Where do I go first? Over here? So we've got these two cards and this one on top. Wow. Okay. So this fell on the world, on your completion. And we've got this balance of the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands here. Okay, but they came out with this balance, this beautiful Four of Wands. This is celebration, this is union, this is balance. This is happy, joyful, gorgeousness, abundance. Look at all those flowers, right? The King of Swords communicates, takes precise action, decisive action. And the Queen of Wands shines authentically, holds the vision, is the visionary. This could be a coming together of a King of Swords, an intellectual, with an authentic visionary. Okay. But this, of course, could also be your internal, your masculine and your feminine balanced and producing sweet, sweet success, right? This card is giving me the bee, the honey, right? The love. Oops. I'm so droppy today. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Okay. I'm just going to put those up to the side while we deal with these two. Okay, so we've got people and balancing. Okay, taking this, using your intuition to harness the power of the sun, to know when to take action. Okay, this is in line with this decisive king taking action that is, well, it's like the balance between your intellect and your intuition, between those two, which is this fire and the sun and the moon action here, and your actions and non-action to know. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Okay, and then the people, all of the people coming your way. Okay, the people were on the beneath the surface and the justice. So I'm feeling people coming towards you to make up for how people in the past have treated you. So if you were always shoved in a corner, shoved on a shelf, shoved in a closet, shoved under the table by people in your past, this is about people coming into your life, you drawing people in with your authentic, discerning strength and courage and heart-based center, and they will do the opposite, right? This is part of that justice, because you didn't deserve to be treated that way. It was because of your light. It was because those people were jealous. Those people were comparing themselves to you. And how dare you? Who do you think you are? And right? And so these people are coming in and they will take you off the shelf. They will elevate you. They will be proud to stand beside you and to help and encourage you to grow, because they want to see how big you can be, right? How beautiful, because they recognize that association, it's like sympathetic resonance, right? If you're hanging out with someone elevated, you too become elevated, especially if you are helping to elevate. You get swept up in the elevation. This is heart-based actions, right? This is a recognition that we're all meant to rise. And whether it is in our, and everybody has their time to shine. And so also collaboration and it's like moving from the kinds of people who will step on your head to lift themselves up versus the kind of people who are like, here, I'll give you a leg up. And then once you're up there, they pull you up too, right? And yeah, something like that. Okay, so the people being drawn to your authenticity. And this, your strength, your ability to discern which ones are, who are you dealing with, right? Okay, and then these two is this balancing, centering, grounding, and connecting. This being in this state until you feel the spark of inspiration, until you feel that internal yes, the hell yes, right? Yes. This is what we're learning. Before it was like, I'll take anything that I got. Oh, you're giving me attention. Great. Thanks. I need something, anything, right? This is like, no, I'm good. And then, oh, this actually feels good for me. I'll take it, right? Not, it doesn't matter. I have to take everything. Very big Being out in the cold, you're living off of scraps. Going in and tending to the heart, you're connected to the source. Connected to the source. Okay, so let's get the animals out. Speaking about animals here, what about this love of animals? The beaver. Yes, I feel like the animals very much about the connection too, right? Ways to connect. And I have this running theory, which, I'm not in a rush to prove or disprove. But, animals like, say, cougars or bears, right, which are what I have around here, around me, they respond energetically, right? So if you're like feeling scared and feeling threatened, produces the same energy. And so also fear, the feeling of fear, is the energy that prey hold. And so it signals on an energetic level, yes, I am prey, right? And so you're more likely to be attacked versus I'm not prey. And then they're like, oh, I'm just going to watch you because I don't know what's going on with you. Are you friend or foe, right? Something about that. And so in this image, it's like, I don't know. Are you the owl or are you the rabbit? This one's a tricky one. I'm going to read the book, the little description that comes with it. Our animals teach us devotion. Let's see what it says here. Anyone who has ever looked into the eyes of a faithful dog or a purring cat has seen selflessness and devotion there. Animals are willing to accompany us without anything in return, to take on illnesses for us, and to faithfully support us. They also make us smile. How much we can learn from them. We may know people who prefer their animals to their neighbors, friends, or relatives. Be kind to them. They compensate and make up for something by caring for our animal siblings, even if you might not yet understand that. What? Be kind to them. They compensate and make up for something by caring for our animal siblings, even if you might not yet understand this. I don't understand that sentence. Oh, we may know people who prefer their animals to their neighbors. See, sometimes consulting the book is more confusing than anything else, but it is about devotion. I don't know. Sorry, that did not help me. Let me know if you're picking up something that I'm not. And I'll also see in the notes when I'm seeing it from the other side. Okay, hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. This is giving me the beaver and the bee, right? The beaver. Okay, the beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. That's that dedication, right, that we were talking about with Jera, with the bee. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady efforts. It can also be also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless and worn out. And to bring into balance, physical labor or selfless service. Okay. Well, that definitely coincides with the Jera and the steady, diligent work produces the sweetest fruit, right? The harvest. So, the love of animals. Yeah, that did not help at all. That threw me for a loop. It was too like, who are we talking about? What are we talking about? The animals and then our animal siblings? Who's animal siblings? I don't have animal siblings. Do you have animal siblings? Okay. Moving on. Where else are there animals for us? The kitties? Yes. Yes, but back to the prey and the predator thing and your energetic frequency, right? Your being outdoors, this unworthiness, you're in prey energy. And to go in, well, does that make you a predator? I don't know about predator and prey. It's something. It's a frequency thing, right? It's an energetic thing. Just because you're a predator, I guess we are the predators of the earth. This top of the food chain stuff. I don't know. It's weird. Do you consider yourself a predator? The only thing I hunt for is mushrooms. So then, yeah, I guess so. Okay. Courage, beautiful. Meet Alice. She is small but brave, jumping headfirst down the rabbit hole. Dun, dun, dun. Right? Although the unknown may seem scary and fraught with danger, we should always hold faith in the beautiful possibilities and discoveries awaiting us. You got to have faith, baby. Where we go. True courage is listening to our intuition and moving in the direction of our heart's deepest yearning, even when we are afraid and want to turn back to our comfortable, familiar world. This is that tower, right? That familiar crumbling as you step into the unknown. Trust yourself to take the leap and always remember, no matter where you land, the ride will be strange, magnificent, and oh so worth it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kitty. Okay, let's put her over here. Go ask Alice, I think she'll know. When logic and proportion has fallen, so I'll be dead. And the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen is off with her head. Remember what the Dormouse said. Feed your head. You know that song? Okay. Take bold action. From the heart, okay? We've got discernment action and we've got heart-based action. Beautiful. And precision. Yes. Discernment and precision. From the heart. Beautiful. Okay. Yes. Clean your space. Yeah. This is a way to allow the space for new things, right? This is also moving energy around. Read a little bit about feng shui. Shui? Shuo. Shuo. Because it talks about this flow of energy and you want to keep it moving, right? But clutter and corners and things that block a flow, it gets stuck, and then it's like, where am I going? What's happening? And then it's like, oh, this is my life now. I used to be free, and now and then you clean the space, and it's like, I'm free, and then it moves. Okay, I don't know why we needed that. Burn it to release. There's another way, right? Just have a nice elemental moment. Sometimes this transformation process helps to releases. This is why we write things on pieces of paper with the intention of letting it go, and then we have the visual of it disappearing, right? There is it's like a tangible alchemy for those of us who may need more of a physical experience, right? This is why the you can energetic cord cutting, where you tap in, you picture in your mind, right, any cords that you cut off. But then there are those of us who, take 2 candles, tie a ribbon around it, and declare it as this tie that binds, and then you light the candles and watch that, tether burn. And this, whatever you need to do, but burning it to release it is also a good way to get rid of stuck energy, right? To transform it. All things are possible. This one comes out for us all the time because it's a gentle reminder from spirit that yes, all things are possible. So stop your brain when it tries to over intellectualize. How is this going to be? You don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. You just need to hold the vision and take action from your heart when you're connected and inspired to, right? Okay. And we've got all in divine timing, which is spirit's subtle way of saying, wait for it, it's gonna be good, right? Okay. And believe in miracles, okay? They really want you to get excited about it, right? Trust it. What? Now you feel good? Oh no, right? Feel good because you are worthy. You're worthy of all things being possible, of all in divine timing, of miracles, okay? You are worthy to receive. Yay. Yay, you. Okay. Get a few charms. Wow. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna show you what I see. There we have the reading. Okay. So, yes, look at this. The key to your transformation of love is connection, meditation. Okay, this helps anchor in your wish. Think of it as your connection to source, to light, to love, being the beacon that your ships in the night can see from afar, and they know which direction to go. So every time you plug in, right, you are signaling for your wish to arrive. Okay, and we also have this wheel here, the steering wheel that you drive, I'm getting, you can drive all night, you get tired, and then you run somebody over. So take the needed rest when you're feeling tired and then carry on. Something like that. Okay, we've got this cheetah up here. So I feel like your soul tribe, those people who see you, who are in line with you, who are resonating with you, are coming in fast, all in divine timing. Look at this, right? Okay, then we've got Justice with the two elephants facing each other. I feel like this soul tribe, these people coming towards you, they are part of your tribe. This is what that's giving me. You guys are everybody's elephants. You're part of the same herd, right? You could have been an elephant stuck with a bunch of mice. And they're like, "You're not big, you're dumb." Right? What was that? The elephant that was raised like as a baby and it was tied to a stake. And it tried when it was young to pull the stake out and it couldn't. And then it grew to be big, but it held the memory of not being able to free itself. And so it never tried again. And even though now it is so big that it could pull that stake out no problem. Something like that. Okay. Here we've got progressive growth in waves. This is you. This is your steady dedication. When you're very tiny with the story, right? There are things that you may have tried that you weren't able to do, but now you are grown and you are stronger than you think you are. Okay, we've got the fairies here, and they are overseeing this tower, and you're receiving, okay, because you are in this heart-based action love mode. Love, 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 love. As part of your transformation. Okay, and so they are there supporting you with their magic. Oh, and the Monstera. This came up yesterday, and it's actually a symbol of luck and prosperity, wealth, maybe. I had it. I had it. So there's that. Yay! This is what you are speaking into being, and you are doing the diligent work to align your thoughts with your words. Okay, we've got a celebration coming in, which we know is here, right? And this is what is happening beneath the surface. This is what you're having faith in. You know it's coming. You're getting ready. Okay, this is wishes being sent. And there's your butterfly transformation. Beautiful. And it was looking at how far you've come. Okay. So there you have. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Excuse me. I feel like I was right in the microphone there. A little ear blown explosion before we go. Okay. Love you. Appreciate you. If you made it this far, thank you. And I hope there was some good stuff in there for you. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Get out in the sun, shine. Look at this. Justice. It's happening. It's moving. So trust it. You got this. And like water, go with the flow. Bye for now.